Well, hello there, stamping friends. This is Traci Raether from Plum Crazy Stamping, and tonight is our chance to work on a paper pumpkin. So I am doing the paper pumpkin workshop here with our November 2022 kit called, let's see, From the North Pole. And last month, if you'll remember, we did the Ho 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 paper pumpkin kit. I will be flipping this down so you can see it on my desktop. And this is kind of what I would say is a kind of coordinating kit from the October kit. So you can use supplies from both of them together for alternative projects. I'm not going to do that tonight, but I just wanted to show you that that's an opportunity. So maybe a couple times a year, Stampin' Up! Will create two kits that can be coordinated to give you some more designing opportunities, which is really nice. So I'll just remind you tonight as you are signing in to let me know who you are and where you are. And don't hesitate to ask me any questions or leave feedback. I'll also ask that if you would share this with your friends by just hitting the share button, that would be awesome. You could also give them a testimonial and hit the share button. That would be the best thing that you could do to share more of this crafting information with others. So anyway, before further ado here, let me go ahead, and for those of you that know the routine here, I'm going to go upside down for just a minute, and then I'm going to put it down onto the desktop for you. And now let me just get the computer caught up with us here. All right. So I believe we are all caught up. And so as I said, this was early last month. If you go back in the posts here on my Facebook business page, you'll be able to see the workshop where I put these cards and a number of alternatives together. And this was called Ho Ho Ho. So you'll see that there is some matching crumb cake that will be used in tonight's workshop, and the cherry cobbler, and then they feature some additional colors in tonight's plan. So that was last month's. So here is this month's, and as I said, From the North Pole. And this month we're going to be making gift tags. So in each kit, let me just show you, we get a set of instructions, which I will show you more detail in just a minute. We get a full stamp set. Now I have many of these already mounted on my acrylic blocks, so you'll be seeing them as I use them. We always get at least one ink spot, and this month's is Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to be using my big stamp pad because I save these for when I go to stamp camp or to crops. We also get some adhesive depending upon what we need with the kit. So tonight we got mini dimensionals and we got adhesive dots, kind of like mini glue dots. And then we're going to do some embellishing with some linen thread. So we have a linen thread that matches what we're doing here. And let's see, have I shown you everything? And then there are a number of die cuts. So we have the different kinds of tags this month, and we have, embellishments, and we have sentiment labels and some other things, little shiny snowflakes and big snowflakes to put on here. So many times you'll get some extras of these, and I use them then just to make other projects. But I have them laid out so that when I want to make alternatives, I also have them available to me. And then, let's see, let's focus first on doing our gift tags before we go into making alternatives tonight. So in this instruction book on the back, you will see what's all included in the kit. so that you can double check you've received everything that you're supposed to. And if there's ever a problem, I've not had to do it, but I know others have, you contact Stamping Up and they will send you whatever's missing. They also tell you what the coordinating kit colors are. So basic black, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, mint macaron, shaded spruce, and sweet sorbet. So if you want to use other things that you have, embellishments that you have, or colored cardstock, you can know exactly what will match. We have enough supplies here to make 12 tags. There are 3 tags and then there are 4 each of them. Tonight we're going to just make 1 of each tag. Then they give you some ideas about alternate projects. There's also a QR code here you can scan, or you can just sign in to paperpumpkinhowto.com and you can see them put together, these projects. In case you don't have someone like me that you can tune in and do this with. So that's kind of what's on the front and back. And then when you open this, the first thing you're going to see is how to separate the different parts and pieces that you've received in the kit. For project 1, here's all the things that you will need, project 2, and then project 3. So then I sort out my stuff into the different projects so I can just start crafting away. And then this opens all the way up, and then you have, here's project 1, the step-by-step instructions to do that, project 2, and then project 3. And if you were to buy a kit from Stamping Up, they have instructions much like this, so you have the step-by-step information. What I think is also very nice is they add a ruler right on the side here, so when we're cutting our ribbon, that makes it easy for us. Anyway, let's see. So hopefully you're signing in, and if you have any questions, you can let me know. Let's see. Hi, Becky. Hi, Mary Ellen. Hi, Kathy. Great, Kathy, a neighbor over in Sun Prairie. All right, guys, so don't hesitate to ask me any questions. But let's go ahead and get started. So on this first kit, I have all the different pieces that they told me that I would need here, so I'll just kind of separate them out. Now the stamp set here is photopolymer, so if I do any stamping besides some words, I'll use the Pierce mat. I find that when I'm just doing words, it works out fine to do them just on my desktop here because I have a little cardboard underneath me that gives me a little cushion. Okay, so let's get our stamping going right away. So I'm going to just use my cherry cobbler. Let me just move that other parts of the stamp set out of my way here. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is we have a tag that's printed in crumb cake with ho ho ho, but we're going to outline that with red, a red outline in ho ho ho, and I already got it on my thumb. But anyway, let me just ink this up here. Okay, and then we're going to line it up over the crumb cake. Okay, and just press down. And there we have our outline for our ho ho ho. I always have my stamping chamois right next to me so that I can wash off my stamps. Okay, and then the next one we're going to do is From Santa. So let's go ahead and get this inked up. Now these are the first time I'm using these stamps, so sometimes you'll want to condition your stamp, which means you ink it up and stamp it off. That's one way. I also rub my finger on it to condition the stamp to make sure that it'll fully ink up. Or you can wash it with your chamois and then use it. So lots of ways you can condition your stamp. So let's do our From Santa on one of the white banners that they've provided right in the kit. Okay. There we go. We have our From Santa. Wash that off. Okay, we'll just close this. So we've got our stamping done. Now I'm going to just put the adhesive on the back of these. Now I already did the snowflake. And then on the hat, in the instructions, you'll see sometimes they use black dots. That means to use the glue dots. And if it's a larger white circle, that means to use dimensionals. So they kind of have this little code to tell you how they intend for you to put this together, okay? So these are all my die cuts. Let me grab my little mini glue dots that I have here. And I'm just going to go ahead and do what they have shown me on the diagram. So our hat is going to get just one little one on the bottom here. And then they want the From Santa. Oops. The ho 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 is going to be dimensionals. The From Santa, they actually want us to put it on the front. So we'll do that. And then on the Happy Holidays, they want us to just do it on the end here because only a portion of this is going to be attached onto the tag. Okay, so we've got that part. And let's see, that looks like that's it with that. Let me go ahead and grab some mini dimensionals now, and we'll do where they said on the hat they want a big, or they have the big white dot, the dimensional. And then we're going to put some towards the bottom of the banner here, in the middle of the banner. And it looks like they want us to, we'll be doing one on the side of our Santa tag. So I'll just leave the dimensionals there, and then we're going to go ahead and start putting this together. So they want us first to take our ho ho ho, and I can see that they want this sideways underneath here. So I'm just going to, let's see, put that there. Then they want us to mount the Santa hat. Let's see, right there looks like it matches. Then we're going to take our Happy Holidays and just take off the little adhesive. There we go. And put this on a little bit sideways. All right. And let's see now, let's put our snowflake on the tag itself. So I'm just going to take off these few, the adhesive off the glue dots I put down already. Sometimes this comes off really good with your fingernail, and sometimes not so much. There, we got it. And that's it. Okay, so now I just want to make sure I have all my glue dots on the side where this is going to go on the tag. Okay. There we go, and I'll just push down on those areas. All right, and now we just need to add the one glue dot that they want to be on this crossed over area. And I'm going to just take all this adhesive off of here. All right. Okay, and now I'm just going to put this a little, they want it going off the edge here. All right, so we have that. And then, oh, I got that little glue dot down a little low. So you know what? I'm just going to cover the back part of that. There we go. All right, so now I did cut the 12 inches already of my linen thread here. I'm just going to put it around this. Now I could tie this onto, you know, whatever the gift may be, the package. For right now, so I don't lose this, I am just going to do a bow. So we have our bow right there, okay? So you could make this bow depending upon how you're going to do this, as big or small as you want to. So there is our first tag. That is one from the kit. So we'll just kind of set that one right there. All right, let's go to the instructions for the second one. And I have all of those materials here. And I'm going to use some linen thread on this one again. We have a sentiment to do. We have the for you. And this one we need the no peeking. And we're going to do this in cherry cobbler again. Hi, Kathy. Yeah, this tag kit is fun to put together. And I just think it's so festive. Very festive. All right, so I'm going to just kind of center this in the middle of this tag. And there we go with the no peeking. All right, then let's go ahead and do all of the adhesive again as they suggest. So we have our Jolly one that has all of the glue dots on it again. So I did put those on earlier. So let me just pop these off quick so that we can do this. All right, and then we're going to line it up with the holes matching to get the background here of the red and white striped. Now you could leave it loose too to let the second tag show some more. And then we have our white circle, which we're going to put dimensionals on. So let's just get our 3 dimensionals on that. Okay, and then we have our candy cane, which already has the glue dots on. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the adhesive off of those. They sure make this easy. Now, if all my projects were like this, I'd be able to do a lot more in one day. All right, so I'm going to just put this on the other die cut they've already provided. And then the for you needs to pop up off of here. So let me go ahead and just get some dimensionals on the back of this. We'll go ahead and take these off. So I think you can see once you would get going with this project, this is something definitely you could put together while you're watching TV or playing Christmas music or having a great conversation with a friend. Maybe you want to hand them a few of these tags to put together too. All right, we're just going to put this in the center. Make sure the for you is going the right direction. And then we're going to take our linen thread and actually thread through. Ooh, it actually went right through right away. Okay, we're going to thread that through and then put this through the tag from the top. so that this hangs from the top, and that's kind of floating. Unless you want to, you sure can. Let me tie it first here. If you don't want that swinging around, you can put either a dimensional or a glue dot behind it. So let's see here. I've got once again, here is the next one of our gift tags. So let me just hold it up here for you so you can see it better. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to leave this tag free until I put it on a package, and then I may actually tack it down. But I like it just the way it is. So that is number 2. So we'll set that here. Now remember, there's enough materials here for you to make 4 of those. Now let's go ahead to number 3 and pull this information together. I think this is so pretty, you guys. I like sparkles. Okay, we're going to do our linen thread there. We have our background here. Now they do have a white tag to put this on, and so I'm going to go ahead and just do the adhesive on here as they're suggesting. Yep, it goes on this one. So let me just get my adhesive dots, and I'm using my take your pick tool. That works so easy with these dots that are on this little piece of like window sheet material. I think that these are very hard to pick off, put on your project. So I really like that I have this take your pick tool to do this. I'm going to put one in the middle there too. And then I just go with this and pop them off. Like I said, you can use your finger too, but this works wonderfully as well. And let's pop this one off. All right, and then we're going to just center this using the hole to guide us here. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and do our stamping. So we have a label, well, a round die cut here for us to use. So let's get out our big stamp here. Express delivered North Pole. Now this one, I'm going to probably stamp off, go on my stamp cleaner, and then actually do my stamping so I can condition this stamp. See, the center did not work here, so this is the one I'm going to pull out the pierce mat for, because it'll do a much better job in the center when I have it on that pierce mat. All right, let me wash this once, and then we'll go ahead and do our actual stamping. Hopefully now that this is conditioned and I have the pierce mat, we'll get a solid image of the deer. I think sometimes those solid images can be difficult, and especially when they're right in the center. So let's go ahead and, I'm going to press on that ink right in the center of that deer again. There, that looks better. Okay, and then, sorry for my hair being in the way here for a second. Oh, I hope I didn't step it down and then pick it up and put it down again. I may have. Let's see what happens. Just pressing all the way around, not lifting off that stamp. Oh boy, we had the problem anyway in the middle. Let's just try to put this back and do it again and see what happens. Sometimes you can get it on the center and sometimes not. All right. This is a very big dark image for the center. Well, that's better. I'll tell you though, I'm going to show it to you up close. I did not do the best job of getting it down exact. You can see the shadowing. So I'm actually going to use another one of these and do it again. And I actually, in order to get that result, I think you saw I had to kind of push my center of the palm of my hand right into it. So this one is a tough one to get the good image. So knowing that, you know, I can just, as I want to do this more, I can use my circle, layered circles, to create more circles to make this sentiment label. So I'm making sure I'm doing a good job inking this up. But I'm making such a good job that I'm going around the edge here, which I need to wipe off so we don't have an extra circle on here. All right. And then getting in by the deer, I actually went deeper than usual, so interesting. Okay, so always check your stamps. All right, so cross your fingers now that we're going to have a good, I just need to line it up. All right, let me slide it back this way for you so you can see. I'm going to press all around the edges first. Okay, now I'm putting my hand and the palm of my hand right in the center. All right. Well, okay, two options. We can just let it go because it's stamped, so it's not, you know, real solid. And I think that is fine because it's art, right? You could take your cherry cobbler marker and you could color in there and it would make it very dark, but you'd have to be very careful. I'm going to leave this the way that it is, but you can keep working on it too. And I think as the stamp gets used better, it'll accept the ink better too. So just FYI, I think it's fine, but not perfect, but it's art, right? It still looks very pretty, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and close this. Let's continue putting our tag together. So the next thing to put on our tag is this little part to hold over the front here, or the top. I'm not sure what they call it, but it's just a little, I think, extra decoration. So let's go ahead and put this on. Oh, I love it, Kathy. It looks vintage. There you go. That's a good answer. I'll have to write that one down, Kathy. When it's a little lighter, guys, it's vintage. Perfect. Okay, oops, I got to do this way. So we're just going to put this across the top, just to kind of help to set that off. All right, and then now we need to put our 4 mini dimensionals on here to hold this in place. I'm not quite going to the edges because the edges go over a little on the sides. Okay. So we'll pull this adhesive off. right, and now we'll pop this right in the center. Okay, and then we have some beautiful snowflakes here that are iridescent. And we're going to go ahead and put these upside down here and get the mini glue dots in the center of these. So I'm putting the iridescent side down, and whoops, there goes my adhesive. There we go. And then when you turn it over, it's more just the matte white, and that's where I'm putting my little glue dots here. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull the adhesive off of them. So I can get them in place. All right, so we've got one snowflake down here on the edge, and we're going to have one over here on the edge, and we're going to put one up towards the top. All right, and then the same is going to hold true for this linen thread. I'm just going to put it on here, and I'm going to tie it in a bow, and it will be ready then when I am ready to get this on my package. What does a little glimmer paper do for something? Love it. I'll tell you, this year, Stampin' Up! Has had a lot more of these glimmer paper, shimmer paper, whatever available, and I am in love with them. It really makes a big difference. So, what do you think? And those are the three that are in the project now. What do you think of those three? You know, I bet you if I put them on here, you can even see them better. Before, we're going to make some alternative cards here using these supplies. But there you go. Those are the gift tags. So I'm going to check your comments here, see if you have any more to say. When it sticks at first, you could just turn the block over and press from the back. Oh, that's a really good idea, Kathy. So another way to get that center of the deer. Oh, or use the Stamparatus, another good way to solve this. Excellent. Thank you, ladies, for the problem solving. Great hints. Okay, let's go ahead and look at making some alternatives, okay? So I'll keep this off to the side. So one of the things that was available with this month's kit was something called Good Things Cards and Envelopes. And it's actually enough for 10 cards and envelopes. So they have, I believe it is 4 colors, right? Let me just double check. We have gray. We have, I think this is Sweet Sorbet, Soft Succulent, and Balmy Blue. I think this is basic gray probably. Okay, so we've got those, and then there are matching envelopes. So for the green, we have a green stripe. For the blue, we have a polka dot. And you guys, these envelopes feel nice. For the gray, we have a stripe. And then for the Sweet Sorbet, or this could be Blushing Bride too. We have the pink. So I want to make sure that you guys are seeing this here. Okay, so this was additional, and it was $1 for each of these, because for each envelope and card, so because it was $10 for the set. But excuse me, you could only get it if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. Okay, but this is what I decided to use today to make our alternatives. So let's go ahead and look at a first alternative. So I really liked this gray with this envelope, and then I took the dark gray and, you know, just used my bone folder here to get this in place. I loved this holly gift tag and the Santa hat, and then Happy Holidays. And I'm just going to put this together, and I have a different ribbon I want to put with this then. So I am actually going to glue this on here. So I'm going to actually get out a little of my glue to go a little bit faster. So I'm just going to glue the Santa hat down, kind of at a angle there. Okay. And then I want to put the mini glue dots on the back of here. Okay. Take those off quick. That to the side. I'm actually going to take my glue and just glue this sentiment right down to the card front. I think I'll center that. Happy Holidays. Now I have, gosh, this is part of a set of ribbon from Stampin' Up. Can't remember what it is, but this is like a linen ribbon, and I just really love this. So what I'm going to do, I want to make just a knot ribbon, you know, K-N-O-T here. Gonna have to trim off that edge again. Okay, so trim this a little bit more. You got to make sure you keep a really sharp scissors and one you only use for your ribbon. And I have to tell you, I've been using this for more than just ribbon. I'm probably going to have to replace it. Okay, and I'm going to just put that right on there, and I am going to use my actual mini glue dots that I buy from Stampin' Up! Here for the side for when I want to do these in particular. And this glue dot, I got to find where there is one. Oh, there it is going to just a little bit thicker adhesive than what the ones are that are provided with the Paper Pumpkin kit. And I'm going to just put that right on the knot and then put that in the center. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the, I think I'm going to do these red gems that I have. Now these aren't in the kit, but I have them, you know, from the main catalog. But I think it needs just a little bling to decorate it. All right, so there is our first alternate, using the things differently. And then on the inside, I think I'm just going to take my cherry cobbler, and I have a really beautiful Merry Christmas to You. And let's see, this is from Holly Jolly Wishes. I love these large sentiments, and so that's what I'm using in case you're interested. Let me just go ahead and ink this up. Now this is a cling stamp, so I don't need the Pierce mat. Just want to make sure I've got it all inked up. My cherry cobbler pad might be getting a little dry here. Okay, so then we're just going to Merry Christmas to you. There we go. So that is our first alternative card. Let me just set that here. Better clean this or I'll stick my knuckle in it. All right, there's that one. And then I love that it has this envelope to go with it. All right, let's look at a second one. Now, I love the sparkle of this card. So here's another one with this beautiful, don't want to get it in the ink, another beautiful envelope. And, oops, I gotta mount my one stamp here. I was trying to get everything ready and I forgot to get this one on the block. And see, now this one I have not conditioned yet, so I'm just rubbing over it, and that's if there's any, I don't know, something left over from the process, and probably roughing it up a little bit to get ready to accept the ink. So I have one of the extra banners there. I have, this is the snowflake from the set. Also, I thought the snowflake, it doesn't do as much if it is not on the white, so I am going to mount it on the white, and then I'm going to pop the whole thing up. And then we have our little snowflakes, and these I'm going to put upside down here again, and I am going to, this time, I'm going to pop those up. I also think that will help how this card looks, because it's somewhat basic. But basic can be beautiful, and I think that's something we all have to remember when we are, you know, making our cards. Sometimes I'll tell you, I can take all day and just make a couple cards, and I'm like, how did that happen? Well, because I'm, you know, trying all different things and being particular. Now, there's a time for that, but there is also when you just got to get her done. And we might be entering the just got to get her done because there's so many things that we're all working on this time of year. I don't know about you, but I have a number of gifts that I'm making, and I got to get going. I love to do it, but I need to sometimes pick up the pace, if you will. So anyway, how are you doing with your shopping and wrapping and, you know, or gift card buying, and have you made gift card holders? I think that's fun. I like to make cool gift card holders when I'm buying gift cards. That always seems to make it feel, you know, if it has a special gift card holder, then I enjoy giving gift cards more than when I don't have that. Okay, we're going to put our snowflake right there, and then I'm just going to flip that over and go ahead and put my dimensionals on the back of this. All right, and then let's go ahead and get our, you know, I'm thinking this one I'm not going to use cherry cobbler because of all the greens. I actually am going to use shaded spruce to do my little greeting on here. So let's do Merry Christmas in shaded spruce. I love this green too. I think it'll be a nice offset to the soft succulent we have here. There we have our Merry Christmas. Oh, and maybe I'm going to leave that open to do the center greeting too. All right, I got to take these off. Okay. So I want to center this. All right. And then my banner, I think I'm going to have come off the side here. This one I'm going to do flat because the snowflakes are going to be up in the air. So I kind of like some things that are flat and some things that are raised. Okay, so there's our Merry Christmas. Now I want to take my little snowflakes. And let's see, I think we need one up here. And you know, I don't want to make this a triangle. I think you could, but I kind of like that it's not necessarily a triangle. Okay. And then the opportunity we have here with this one is I have these festive gems. Now we've got the white that matches the snowflakes, or we have green. All right, whoever tells me what they like first, I'm going to put on this card. So what do you think? The white, let me kind of put those on there, or the green? Which one would you go for? And I'm going to watch the comments here. Let's see here. Okay, 2 whites win. So let's see. You know, I like to keep this at an odd number. So I am going to, let's start first with 2. I wanted to put something on that white, but it's not going to show up, is it? So let me put one here. And whoops, did you see that jump right off the page? And let's put the other one here. I think if I put 4 on, it's too much. And I wonder what one green one. Well, I can always take it off, but I'm going to try doing this right here. There. I do like that. But then you know what? I can put one more white one on here to make it 7 overall. And I think I want the other one to be there. Okay. So there we go with the outside of that card. Now I'm just going to take the green, and I have, it's the most wonderful time of year to put inside this one. Oh boy, I pushed way too much. Let me show you, and this is what I have to wipe off the edges. Too overzealous, the shaded spruce, unlike cherry cobbler, has been re-inked. So when they're brand new or they're re-inked, you really got to watch for the edges, especially on the cling stamps, because you can't see it as easy if you don't flip it over and take a peek. Okay, there we go. So let me set that aside, and let's go ahead and open this up. And there we go, most wonderful time of year. All right, so there's our second one. I think you can see that well enough. Get it in the light a little more, but I like the sparkle. Okay, so then let's go ahead with our third and last card here. So this one, I thought we needed candy canes, and I actually am going to go ahead and I want to put candy canes. I'm actually going to do this as a background. So let me just get the, let's see here. I'm not sure if that is going to go over into the inside of this card. So let me see here. I need just a piece of scrap paper to keep my fold clean here. Now I need my cherry cobbler back. Okay. And I'm just going to make a background using the candy cane stamp that was in here, but I better use a Pierce mat again. Make sure we're getting nice candy canes. Oh, and you know what? Well, I'll do against the fold here first, and then I'll have to put it underneath the whole thing. Otherwise, I'll get ink all over my Pierce mat. Okay, so let me just protect this line here. Card front to card back. Okay, go ahead and ink up my stamp. And make my background. I want you to know, you guys, as I'm making this, I haven't been doing any practicing or sample. I'm making it up as I go. So just know you can do that too. All right, now let's go around the rest of the edges here. So I don't know if you find yourself ever making backgrounds, but I'll tell you, there's so many different stamps in a stamp set that, you know, you could use any of the smaller pieces. Sometimes there's dots. Sometimes there's some shaded, you know, stamp. Or sometimes, you know, a large one really looks good. It just depends what it is. Or the large flowers going off an edge look really good. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. I don't know if I'm going to use this anymore. We'll just close it for now. Get this out of the way. Let's see what else we have to stamp here. So, all right, we've got our candy canes. We've got this. I want a little green on here for just a little accent, so I'm going to just glue this on. Okay. Oh, upside down. Okay, we've got that. Now let's see, which stamp, where did it go? I don't know. That one's not going to quite fit. We need one of our stamps that's going to fit. Okay, I think we'll do It's the Most Wonderful Time of Year. Now the thing is, okay, here's the ribbon I want to use with this one. So this has a little silver and cherry cobbler in it. And I have this little bit of green. I have, let's see, I don't know if I'm going to want that for you. Because my question is whether I should, with this, should I use shaded spruce? Or should I use I think I was going to do From Santa for You. And maybe I should just put a big bow on here and keep it red. Then my green is just the green right there. Unless you guys don't like it. Let's see something once. The other thing that I could do, I could do brown. Or I could do the red and white striped. Or I could do the holly jolly. Well, I can't really stamp on that one. Or I can do this with two. Yeah, I don't like that either. Okay, guys. Let's see. The green is cute on there. Okay. You guys are writing about the other one. Let's just check out what a big bow would look like on here. And now I'm not a bunny ear person. So let me just try this. I just saw some ladies making bows the other day and they were good. Okay, so let's just, I need to tighten this up. Okay, so, oh, I like this bow. Yep, I'm going to just get one I haven't put that green on yet. Just the plain white. I like this bow, so we're going to tie that on there. And then I think we'll put From Santa and cherry cobbler. And we'll put our little For You there. There, I think I've figured it out. If anybody has any other ideas before I glue this down, go for it. But I think I like that. And then I wish I had my silver gems. I don't, but I do have the red ones here. Or these like pink ones. I think those would be gorgeous. So I'm going to set those there. If you think that, I'm going to add the pink. Okay? So I've got a plan. I'm going to cut this bow. Let's see here. Just a little bit like that. I have to do my stamping here. Let's get the cherry cobbler out. And let's go ahead and go From Santa here. All right. And before we put our cherry cobbler away, let's do our Merry Christmas to You on the inside. Kathy, thank you. I'm glad the choices finally came together. Sometimes it isn't automatic. So I appreciate you bearing with me. I also hope that you know when you're feeling like, which should I do, this or that? You know what? Sometimes it's the first time around and sometimes it takes a while. But you can just use whatever you're doing a little different way and it all works out. All right, so we've got that. Let's go ahead now, and I'm going to just close this before I get myself full of it. I'm going to put this here, and let's, I'm going to pop that tag up, so I'm going to glue this down, the little For You. Mini glue dots might be better. No glue to squish, but... Okay, we've got From Santa For You, and I'm going to put the dimensionals on here again. Yeah, too many choices, you're right. Sometimes do you go with just the ribbon, just gems, or do you end up using a little bit of everything? Sometimes I use the tact of, all right, I get it all planned out and then I take one thing away. See if I still like it before I glue down the last thing, because sometimes I get it a little too busy. All right, so let's do this somewhat in the center. Okay. I'm going to use the glue dots again here. So let's just pull this off here with my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm just going to put that in the knot on the back. All right, how did it get on my finger? All right, there we go. There's our, this ribbon is a little long. Okay, and then, all right, I got a little red ink on there. I have red ink all over me. Now you could put To Whoever and write in there, but I'm going to show you this little tool I have because I have red ink. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. Let me hold this up before I do the gems. I don't know if you can see, there's a little red smudge right here. So I have this sand eraser, and all it does, oh my gosh, I have little red things all over here. It just takes a little of the paper off. So I just rub really lightly where those smudges are, and it just takes some of the paper fibers off, and the smudge is gone. And I tell you, it's magic. All right, so there, smudge is gone. So just a little trick. This was hard to find. I finally did get it at Hobby Lobby. So you might want to make sure you have some in your stash. All right, let's go ahead and put on our beautiful pink pearls. These are with some shades of purple pearls in the catalog. They're in the annual catalog, I think. They are absolutely beautiful. So you know they're going to be most prominent in person, obviously. These are so large, though. I'm just going to go with the 3. But there we go. I would, with your right, the right markers, write-in markers, I would put 2 in the name before you give this out. And then we have our Merry Christmas to you. So that is our third card. Let me just get this in the picture here for you. Kind of get this stuff out of the way. And I think we have our 3 alternatives and our 3 projects. So, any questions or feedback? Try to get all this stuff out of here. I don't know if you can see all 3. I think you can still see that one. So if you want to take a screenshot, I'm just trying to get this set up for you so you could do a screenshot if you wanted to. Can you see them all well enough? Or how about if I put this one like this? There we go. Now I think you should be able to see them all. Great. Okay, well, like I said, I'll leave it there a moment for a screenshot. This has been fun. Love the cards. Good. Oh, yeah. And or I hope to give you choices. All right, let me go ahead and flip the camera up here and say I hope that you've enjoyed our paper pumpkin workshop this evening. And a reminder, it was the November 2002 kit. The December kit is small gift boxes. They're really cute. I can't remember what the title is, but I know that it's going to be small gift boxes. If you want to order them, to be able to get that kit, you have to order by December 10th. And you would do that at paperpumpkin.com. If you have questions, please email me at Traci, Traci, at plumcrazystamping.com. I want to thank you for being here. And also, I just want to remind you tonight is the end of a 1-day discount that I did on unique holiday gift tags. It's actually a 12-page tutorial on how to make gift tags with things that you'll have at home, in addition to some products that are available through Stampin' Up! It might be just what you need to finish wrapping your gifts and getting them under the tree. That's posted right here on my business page if you're interested. Once again, don't hesitate to reach out to me if there's any way I can help you. And otherwise, I'll see you this week, Wednesday. And we're going to do a very fun, very pink Christmas card. So I hope to see you Wednesday at 6 o'clock. This is Traci Raether from Plum Crazy Stamping. And have a great evening. Bye-bye.